In this video, I talked to Henson from FeedbackWhiz, where he's sharing some general tips on what you could expect in regards of reviews when you are sending your email follow-ups to your Amazon customers. Also, Henson will talk a little bit about Amazon terms of service, where he will explain what is allowed and what is not allowed and what is not recommended when you are preparing your email sequences. Hello, Henson. Could you introduce yourself and tell us about FeedbackWhiz very shortly?
Yeah, hi Augustus. Henson from FeedbackWhiz, and again, FeedbackWhiz is a automated software to help Amazon sellers manage brand reputation. So we can help using email automation to get more product reviews, more seller feedback, and prevent getting negative reviews, and being able to offer great customer support and automated in a way. And at the same time, we also monitor your listings, alerts, product reviews that come in. We pull them, and you'll be able to manage your product reviews directly from FeedbackWhiz, and you can respond to them and figure out what's wrong, or what kind of reviews your customers are writing for you.
Sounds like a very good tool. And I know that you have some statistics to share about how many reviews people can expect when they are sending different follow-up messages to Amazon buyers, right? Could you share a little bit what you have learned?
Yeah, so overall, most sellers, when they sell on Amazon, they will get very little reviews if they don't do anything. So talking about like product inserts, talking about sending up follow-up email sequences, and most of the time the review that comes in, they'll get a negative review because buyers are more inclined to leave a review when they have a negative experience. Like, people in general don't go out of their way to leave a review because, first of all, it doesn't really help them. Second of all, it's their time. So review rates are usually very low. So if you don't do anything, you're probably going to get like 1% or less. So you send 100 orders, you might get one review, right? Now, if you set up a good email sequence and have a good messaging, you study your product, your audience, you have good email open rates, then you can expect anywhere from 3 to 8%, 8 to 9% review rate, which is a lot of our customers are averaging 5 to 6% in that range. So definitely will help. Reviews these days are really hard to get. Amazon has enforced a lot of new policies where fake reviews are filtered out. They track where reviews come from, so you have to make sure that you're following the terms of service and not violating any of the rules. So the best way to really get reviews is through your existing customers, the buyers that bought from your product. So you really want to study your product and understand who your audience is, right? So for example, if I'm selling like toys for kids, the audience is probably younger parents, right? So they might be mostly women, right? So if you know your general demographic of who your buyers are, right, then you can set up a specific email campaign or sequence to target the message directed towards them. And a lot of people sell many different types of products. So with FeedbackWhiz, you can set up individual campaigns specifically for certain groups of products. That way you can maximize your review potential. Now, sending out emails is not just to get reviews, but it can also prevent getting negative reviews. So when you send out the email at the right time, you get the right message, and you're giving the buyer a way to reach out to you and contact you before they can leave a negative review. So these are all just general tips on how to get more reviews and prevent negative reviews.
And in your FeedbackWhiz, do you provide some kind of idea, some templates for Amazon sellers which can bring them on the right track to set up a correct communication with their customers?
Yeah, we do. We offer a array of preloaded templates, and these templates have different styles. So some of them are more personalized, some of them are more professional. It really depends on your company that you're operating. So some companies are enterprise and they might want to generate a more professional looking template. So clean, have a picture, a couple links, very short messaging. And they focus more on their branding. So they might want to enhance their logo appearance, right? There's those kind of people. And then there's, small business owners where maybe they're operating themselves, small company. They might want to use something more personalized message, maybe tell a story about their company or, put something more funny, engaging. So with FeedbackWhiz, we can create templates that have like pictures, emojis, animated GIFs. These are all ways to get higher conversions, but they might not be suitable for, everyone's preference or brand. So, but yeah, we do offer a bunch of templates. They're all pre-built, so you can load them. And all these templates are within Amazon's terms of service. So, there's a lot of rules on Amazon what you can and can't send. So we make sure that, they're not going to get you suspended, and making sure that sellers understand the rules of what you can do.
I think now it's the right moment to talk a little bit about these terms and service, because there is a lot of probably speculation. People are not sure. They don't maybe read terms of service, and then maybe they misinform other sellers that they shouldn't do this or that in the email sequences. So since you mentioned we are talking about reviews, which is also kind of like always critical critical situation for Amazon sellers, how they're getting these reviews. And could you give us a little bit better overview what is allowed within Amazon TOS at this moment? We are recording this video in 2019 August, so of course some things might be changing, but maybe you can give us some guidelines what Amazon sellers shouldn't do at the moment, or what they can do but people think it's not allowed, and so on.
Yeah, so the primary functionality of the buyer-seller messaging system is to provide customer support. So a lot of sellers misinterpret, thinking they can send emails to buyers to, promote their product or send coupon codes or do some kind of marketing. So those kind of activities are prohibited by Amazon. So if you try to do anything like that, you're going to get a warning letter and possibly suspension pretty quickly. So what you really want to do with the buyer-seller messaging system is to try to reach out to your customer and let them know that, hey, we're here in case there's an issue, you have a question about your product, issue with your product. Give them a way to reach out to you. So you can, insert a link, contact us page, reply to this email. So there's an automated way to, engage with your customer. Now, Amazon also allows you to ask your customers for, product feedback or seller feedback. So you are allowed to ask them to leave you a review or leave you a seller feedback. But the thing you have to be careful about is how you address them when you ask them for a review. So the language is very important here. So you can't incentivize them to leave a review, meaning you can't say, oh, I'm going to give you a 50% coupon code if you leave us a review, or, leave us a review and we'll ship you another product absolutely free. These are all considered incentivized reviews, and you're not allowed to do that. So it has to be a very neutral way of asking them to leave reviews. So you want to just keep it simple and just basically say, hey, you could say, hey, reviews are an important part of our business, and we would love to hear your thoughts on your experience with the product, something like that. And then could you please leave us a product review? So never mention the words like, could you please leave us a positive product review or leave us a 5-star review? You can't steer them to leave you a good review either. So those are some of the things you want to not do when asking for reviews. Some of the other mistakes that sellers try to do is they try to insert links inside their emails that direct them outside of Amazon. So they might have a website, or let's say a Shopify store, or they even try to put in their email address. Whenever you try to do that, it actually most of the time will not pass through Amazon's system. So when you send through emails through like FeedbackWhiz or other tools, the emails have to pass through Amazon before they reach their customers. So Amazon does have some filtering built in, and they will usually strip out the links. They will mask the emails, and then if the links do pass through, then they will get big warning message that says, hey, you're about to be directed outside of Amazon. It's like kind of like a caution, right? So it could kind of spook the buyers, and they'll end up closing the email because they might think, hey, this could be like, something bad, right? So those are all things you want to avoid, is not to, try to link them outside of Amazon. And even if you have Amazon.com links, you have to be careful too. So you can't link them to, let's say, your other product pages or storefronts. So again, the purpose is not to try to market them to, buy your products or buy other products. It's really as a mechanism to provide good customer support and, ask them for some feedback. So besides that, yeah, those are the most common mistakes. Now, there's a whole bunch of rules in the Amazon terms of service that sellers can access through Seller Central, and they can go through and read through the rules and make sure they're not, violating any of those things. So.
And you mentioned the links should pass through Amazon filters. What happens if someone is sending email with this non-Amazon links? I thought that maybe Amazon would just strip this link and would still send the message, but instead of a link, there will be something written like link removed or something, or Amazon is not delivering this message at all.
Amazon will always deliver the message as long as the buyer hasn't opted out of emails. If you put in a link, most of the time the link will pass through, and there are some cases where the link will be stripped. So link usually has a link and it has a text. So the text might display, but the link's not clickable. So they might say, please click here, and then they try to click it and it's not clickable. So that's the stripped link. Now, the other type is the link does pass through, but when they click on it, Amazon knows it's being redirected outside of an Amazon.com domain. So then it'll give you this big warning message that I mentioned earlier, and it says, hey, you're about to be redirected outside Amazon. Are you sure you want to do this? And it's like a big warning, and it's just kind of like, when you read that message, it's just kind of scary, right? And as a buyer, they might not understand better. So they're going to be like, oh man, this could be like a virus or something. They'll close it. So it really does you no good to try to, put in these external links. There's the best strategy is, if you really want to, get people to know about your brand, is make sure you create a nice logo and insert that logo inside your template, because Amazon does allow you to insert your brand logo as long as it's not clickable to, your website. So.
And to end the conversation, do you have any update on, I remember in the past, Amazon sellers were suggested to email PDFs, some kind of attachments with instructions or maybe recipes if they're selling something for kitchen. Do you see that in nowadays, sending attachments or PDF manuals, it still works? Is it useful, or maybe Amazon doesn't like something about them?
Yeah, so Amazon does allow you to attach files still based on TOS. It just has to be relevant to the order of the product. So let's say you're selling, I don't know, like a frying pan, right? So I would say like the appropriate attachments for that would be something like, how to take care of your frying pan, how to make sure you don't scratch it or something. So maybe tips on how to use it, or maybe the farthest you want to go is maybe include some recipes on, what works best with your frying pan. But you don't want to be sending them a PDF file on like, hey, these are all the other kitchen products you can buy to, complement your frying pan. So that would be considered against TOS. So again, the content is very important on what you include. So you can include attachments. You just got to make sure it's relevant to the product that they're buying. So there's no problem with that. And actually, there's some of the more advanced ways now is that you can actually include a video link inside the email. So it looks like they're playing a video, right? So brand registered sellers have ability to upload a video, like a product video on their product page, right? And through FeedbackWhiz, we actually make it pretty simple. You can use some HTML and link a still picture image with a play button that directs you to the product page. And that way, when they click on it, instead of having a downloadable PDF, they can click on the image and it looks like they're playing the video, and it'll open up the Amazon.com video file and it'll actually show the product, information. So that's perfectly fine, because that's considered, relevant to the product.
Perfect. And yeah, if someone wants to try FeedbackWhiz, which is the software for setting up the follow-ups and much more, I guess you'll find the links below. And also, Henson, can people reach out to you if they have any questions about email follow-ups?
Yeah, you can. We have a really good support team here, and we have a support site. So you have a lot of questions, support.feedbackwhiz.com. And you can also email us at support@feedbackwhiz.com or info@feedbackwhiz.com. And we also have a YouTube channel that has a lot of great videos on, how to use FeedbackWhiz, what are some of the strategies, and just a lot of information about selling on Amazon. So you can check out our channel and just search FeedbackWhiz on YouTube.
Great. Thank you very much and good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this short video, and if you would like to be notified about new videos uploaded to Orange Klik channel, where we talk to different Amazon seller service providers, Amazon seller software creators, as well as organizers of different Amazon seller events, make sure you subscribe below to the Orange Klik YouTube channel and click the notification bell. Bye-bye.